Good morning, friends. In the last lectures, we started in the properties of the pure substance, various process and vapors, and we already studied constant volume process and constant pressure process. Today, we'll see constant temperature process and polytropic process. After that, we'll see some of the problems related with that or problems related with the constant volume process. So that's why first I explained constant temperature process. So if we plot this process constant temperature process on PV and TS diagrams, here's this is 1A and this is second point, this is initial points and this is constant temperature process. So that's why this is isothermal. This is clear, and this is A point, and this is entropy. This is T1 equal to T2. So that's why in this case, this is temperature versus entropy, and this is pressure versus volumes. So first, in the constant temperature process, means we can first find out heat transfer. So instead of the work done, first calculate heat transferred. So Q equal to, this is equal to T1 and this entropy increase. So that's why this is S2 minus S1. By using this formula, you can calculate heat transfers. And U2 minus U1 equal to, so actually this is H2 minus H1 and this 100 into P2 V2 P1's V1. By using this formula, you can calculate. And next, this is change in internal energy. This is change in internal energy. So in this case, if the addition sum of the heat, so because of the addition sum of the heat at constant means this is the isothermal process. So that's why heat transferred, and that you can calculate by using this entropy difference formula, and this is the change in internal energy. And the third is the, by using formula, first law of thermodynamics, Q equal to W plus U. So that's why W equal to means this is work transfers or work done equal to Q minus U. So Q equal to, by using this formula, you can calculate work done equal to. So this is for constant temperature process. During constant temperature process, this temperature remains constant. This is the isothermal process. So temperature constant and only increasing above the pressures and increasing above the volumes. So that's why here's volume increase. Actually this is pressure, decrease, but entropy increase during the constant temperature process. Next process is the, so for constant temperature process, Q equal to, by using this formula you can calculate. Fourth process is the polytropic process. So in the polytropic process, or this is nothing but isentropic process. During isentropic process or polytropic process, there is no any exchange up of the heat between systems and surroundings. So there is no any exchange up of the heat between systems and surroundings. So that's why here is PV equal to constant, or P1 V1 equal to P2 V2 ratio. So for polytropic process, PV and temperatures versus entropy. So here's suppose this is first points, initial point in the wet regions, and final points, this is in the superheated regions. Here's also this is P1, P2, this is P1 bars, and this is P2. This is first points and this is second point. This is temperature sources, entropy. So this second points maybe lies in the superheated state, or this second points maybe that is on the saturated, because this line is the saturated vapor lines. This is saturated vapor line. That depends on the conditions, means how much is the dryness fractions, initial dryness fractions and after dryness fractions. So that's why here's P1 is the initial pressures and X1 is dryness fractions, Vg1s. So this is the specific volume corresponding, means this is the initial, you can call as a initial steam volumes or specific volume of steam. Similarly, P2 final pressure, X2 final dryness fractions, and this Vg2, this is final specific volume of steam. This is clear? So in this case, V1 equal to X1 into Vg1s and V2 equal to X2 into Vg2. So this is the depends on the dryness factors. If this is in the wet conditions, we will get this is x2 equal to. Now by equating, this is P1's V1's equal to P2 V2. So this is general pressures decreasing. So that's why here we can put P1's V1 equal to x1 Vg, P2 equal to P2, and this is x2 into Vg2, or x2 equal to, you can write this is P1's or x1 Vg1 divided by P2 Vg2. Now when this dryness factor means is second means, if the V2 volumes, specific volumes V2 is less than Vg2. This is clear? Or directly means this is given here in these books, x2 is less than 1, then this is wet, x2 equal to 1, this is dry saturated vapor state, and x2 is greater than 1, this is in the superheated state. So when this is in the superheated states, so then by using formula P1's V1 into x2, and this is P2 into this is in the superheated state. And this third conditions, when x2 is greater than 1, then V superheated equal to x P1's V1 divided by P2. By using this, you can calculate. Otherwise, by using formula Vg2, and this is T saturated temperatures, final temperatures, V superheated specific volumes are divided by T superheated. So by using this formula also you can calculate specific volumes, superheated specific volumes equal to T superheated, as you know this formula, because this superheating temperature is greater than the saturated temperatures, this ratio is greater than once. So we will get the specific volumes of the superheated is greater once. So next, for close the systems, first how we can calculate the work done. So work done equal to formula P1's V1's into log of E V2 divided by V1's, work done equal to. Second, internal change in internal energy, change in internal energy equal to means this is U2 minus U1. So U2 minus U1 equal to H2 minus this is P2 V2 this is correct, P2 V2 right, and minus H1 P1's V1, but since P2 V2 equal to P1's V1's, so that's why this will get cancels and you will get H2 minus H1. And third bit, heat transfers equal to Q equal to W plus U2 minus U1's. So W equal to P1's V1 log of E V2 V1's, and this is H2 minus H1. So this is for closed systems. For open systems, I mean this is the closed system, in this is non-flow system and this is flow systems. Work done is equal to, what is formula? V into dP. Work done is equal to, or work done equal to P1's V1 log of E V2 divided by V1's. Means you will get same formula, and heat transfers equal to heat transfers equal to heat transfers also for open systems will get same formula, P1's V1 log of E V2 V1 plus H2 minus H1's. I mean this is same formula for non-flow systems and flow systems. Now we will see some of the problems related to the first. We will see problems related with the constant volumes, because this is theoretical parts, so that's why first I covered these theoretical parts. Now you notes what are the basic formulas. So please note down problems. A rigid vessel, today's first problems, a rigid vessel. Rigid means that volumes, whatever may be the shape of the vessels, that will not change. So that is called rigid. A rigid vessel contains one kg of wet steam. So this steam is the wet steams, means which is mixture of the VF liquid and vapors at a pressures of this is initial pressures 0.15 megapascals. When the mixture is heated, then when the mixture is heated, temperatures supplied, when the mixture is heated, the state passes through the critical pressures, means up to critical pressures heat is supplied, critical points. This is critical points means critical pressures or critical temperatures. Determine the volume of the vessel. Second bit, when the mixture is mass of liquid and mass of vapor initially in the vessel. So means at pressures 0.15 means that is 1.5 bars. Temperatures of the mixture, when the pressure has risen to 3 megapascals, and fourth bit, the heat transfers to produce the final state. So here's three states. One is at 0.15 megapascals and means 15. First that is initial. After that this is 3 megapascals, and final state is the at critical points. So first at critical point, at critical points pressures equal to, and this Vg once, this is equal to V1 equal to V2, because this initial volumes, final volumes, this is same. This is not Vg, you can consider only V1 equal to V2. This is pressures 221.2 bar critical pressures, and this is suppose P2 final, and this V1 equal to 0.002 or 30, I will check. This is 317 meter cube per kg. So it is asked the volume of the vessels. So first bit, the volume of the vessels equal to V equal to, and this is because this is remains same, and this is per 1 kg, so that's why this is meter cubes. Second bit, what is second bit? Mass of the liquid, and mass of gas. Mass of vapor initially, this is initial, so that's why this is initial. So pressure is given for initial 0.1. So P1 equal to 0.15 megapascals. As you know, this is 0.15 into Newton per meter square. It's 10 to the power 6. Megapascals means this is 10 to the power 6 pascals, and 0.15 multiplied by 10 and 10 to the power 5 pascals. So this is I am for understanding purpose, and this is 10 to the power 5 pascals is nothing but this is bar. So that's why this is 1.5 bar. Now at 1.5 bars, at P1's 1.5 bar, so what are the values of Vf1, Vg1, because this is weight givens, we may request Hf1 and Hfg. So first we will check these values. So Vf1 is equal to 0.1053, Vg1 this is 1.159 meter cube per kg, and Hf1 467.1 kilojoule per kg. Hfg1 this is latent 2269.2 kilojoule per kg. So what is to be calculated? Mass of liquids. Suppose mass of the liquids equal to, this is given 1 kg. So we can consider this is MF1 into, so can we consider MF1 equal Mg1 equal to 1, or Mg1's or MF1 equal to 1 minus MF1's. Consider any equation. MF1 equal to 1, Mg1 equal to 1 minus FF1, or MF1 equal to 1 minus Mg1. So both are same. So next, so that's why here V1 equal to, this is the sum of Mg1 means MF1 into Vf1 and 1 minus MF1 instead of the actually this basic equations is the Vg1. So this is the mass of the gas multiplied by mass of the vapors. This is the mass of the fluids multiplied by this is the specific volume of the fluids. So same equations we can write, this is MF1 into Vf1 plus 1 minus MF1 into Vg1. So this is the specific volumes, this remains same, V1 equal to V2 equal to, because this is a vessel, rigid vessel. So that's why we can consider this is 0.0317 equal to MF1. So this is unknown at this stage, Vf1. So we already extracted by using steam tables, and this is 0.0317 01053 plus 1 minus MF1s VG1s. Now this is equal to 1.159. Right. So what can we do here? 0.0317 and this is 0.01053 MEF1 plus 1.159 minus 1.159 F1. Now equating like terms in one side. So I am taking this is 1.159 because this is negative. So that's why I am taking in the left hand sides MEF1 minus 0.001053 MF1s, and this is larger terms. I am keeping this is in the right hand sides and minus, and this is 0.0317. So this is so I think we are still in the second bit. 1.159 minus 0.0317. This is equal to 1.1583, and this is MEF1 divided by 1.159 0.01053. So directly I am calculating this is the mass of the fluids. So we are getting more. No, that is 1.115 and this is 1.159. Means this is less. 159 minus 0.01053 1 divided by answers multiplied by 1.1553. This is equal to very fractions 998 kg. So that's why mg1s, this is very small, minus 1, this is equal to 0.00182 kg. Very small mass of the gas or vapors. So it is third bits, temperatures above the vessel. Temperatures above the mixtures when the pressure has risen 3 megapascals. 3 megapascals means, can I write pressures equal to, instead of means 3 megapascals equal to directly I am writing here 30 bars. So at 30 bars, by using steam tables at 30 bars, so what is the corresponding temperatures that you can extract by using steam tables. Second table 30 bars, temperature is equal to 233.84. So means this is 233.84 degree centigrade. This is the temperatures. And what is asked last bit, the heat transfers to produce the final state. Heat transfers to produce the final state. So I am erasing this. So if any values we request, that again we have to extract. Heat transfers means Q equal to, this is constant volumes means W plus u2 minus u1, w equal to 0, and q equal to, this is h2 minus h1 plus minus, because this is h2 minus 100 into p2 v2 p1s v1s, means we requires v2 v1s, this is same 100 into v, and this precious p2, this is different, and this is 221.2, and this is 1.5, and this is right. V equal to h2 minus h1s, h2 enthalpy at point 2, oh sorry, h2 minus h1, so h2 enthalpy at point 2 equal to hf1 plus x1 into vg1s. So x1 dryness fractions is given. We calculated that values. X1 equal to dryness fractions because we require now dryness fractions. By equating V1 equal to x1, Vg1s, and V2 equal to, we can calculate both dryness fractions. H1 equal to Hf2 plus x2 into Vg2. So that's why we requires now Hf1s at this is 1.5 bar, and this is pressures 221.2 bars, means this is the critical pressures. So we require, this is Hf1, V it's not Vg1, so this is Hfg1 and this is Hfg2. Hfg, Hf1, Hf2, and this is Hfg2. All right, sufficient. And we request, oh sorry, this is also we request, because V1 equal to x1s into Vg1s. So that's why, and V2 equal to x2 into Vg2. So that's why we require Vg1s and Vg2 also. So these 6 properties about the steams we require by using steam tables, and this is V1 equal to V2 equal to V1 equal to V2 equal to, so that is 0.00317 meter cube. Vf1, oh, we already calculated, means extracted that. Vf1 is equal to 0.01053, and this Vg1 1. We require, this is Vg1s only. Vf1 is not that much important, 1.159, and Vg2 equal to, this is not extracted. Zero point 06663. Now we require HF1 HFG1. This is 467.1 HFG1. Double 2 69.2 HF2 100 8.4 and HFG2. This is equal to 1793.9 kilojoule per kg. Now we can put in these formulas. So what is formula? First we'll calculate H2 and H1s, otherwise you may be confused. H2 equal to HF2 plus X2 into HFG2 and X2 equal to V1 equal to V2 into X2 into VG2. So VG2, this is we extracted here by formula 0.06663 and this V1 equal to V2 equal to 317. X2 equal to what? Zero 317 divided by 0. This is equal to 0.047576. Again we require x1 also. So that is also we will calculate x1 equal to V1 V2 x1 into VG1s 0.0317 x1 VG1s. Now this is 1.159 x1 equal to this is you will get very small 7 divided by 5. Zero point 027351. Right. X1 equal to. Now you can calculate H2 minus H1 means H2 equal to HF1. Can I directly write this? Because now you knows this formula. Otherwise I will write this HF1 plus X1 into HFG1s. HF1 equal to 467.1 X1 equal to 0.002735 HFG1 double 2 69.2 H2 equal to this is very small 7.1 473.3 kilojoule per kg. H1 equal to HF2 and this is HFG2. HF2 equal to HF2. So we are making mistake. This is actually H1 and this is H2. plus x2 0.047576 HFG2. This is 1793.9. 1793.9 multiplied by 47576 plus 0.4. This is equal to 1093 kilojoule per kg. Now we can calculate Q equal to. So can I erase this, because we are calculating Q equal to heat transfers to produce the final state. So that's why Q equal to H2 equal to 1093, H1 is 473.3, and this is 100, this is for conversions kilo pascals. V equal to, so V equal to, this is 0.0317 and this is P2, this is 221, right. So this difference 221.1 or 2, so I think 221.2 na. This is 221.2 minus 1.5 219.7 multiplied by 317 multiplied by 100. This is equal to 69.64. The second terms 69.64 and this first terms 1093 minus 473.3. This is equal to 619.7 and this is minus 69.64 equal to 550.06 kilojoule per kg. This is the amount of the heat transfers. So I think you understand better. So what I explained, I will check how much is the time I consumed, because this take more times. So I consume near about 45 minutes. I will check how much is the lengthy problem of the seconds. So I can cover that within 10 minutes. Again, this today's second problems, that is based on the constant volume process. Please note down problems. A spherical vessels. A spherical means this is ball type. A spherical vessel of 0.9 meter cube contains steam at 8 bar. This is initial givens 0.9 dryness. Steam is blow off. blow up means this is the wastage, or that is you can says transfer to the surrounding mediums. Blow off until the pressure drops, until the pressure drop 4 bars, means 50% pressure release, assuming specific enthalpy, assuming specific enthalpy of steam remaining same or constant, and this is given because this constant word is more appropriate than the same. Determine fractions of steam after blowing. Determine dryness fraction of steam after blow off, and the mass of steam blown off. And second bit, the mass of steam blown off. So here 2 bits. First we will extract whatever may be the first try to extract by using steam tables. So according to the givens properties of the steams at 8 bars, dryness fractions means we require VF1, VG1, HF1, HFG1. VG1 we can extract and at 4 bars, similars VF2, HF2, VG2, HFG2. This is means latent heat up of the vaporizations. So by using steam tables we can extract HF1 720.9, VF1 VG1 0.24 meter cube per kg, so VF1s this is same, this is not given in the steam tables, that may be VF1s means for same, and this HFG1 equal to 2046.5 kilojoule per kg. Against this is only VG2 at 4 bars 0.462 meter cube per kg, HF2 604.7, HFG2 2132.9. So in this problems, this is says specific enthalpy of steam remains constant, means during the initial. So that's why Yes, as per given conditions, initial equal to finals. So that's why here we can write HF1s x1 into HFG1s HF1. So x1 is known. This is contains this is given, x1 is given 0.9. So no need about the worry, because this x1 is already given, because only one equations, and if the two unknowns means that we can solve. Now x1 equal to 0.9, HF1s 720.9, 0.9, HFG1 2046.5, H2 equal to H. This is the actually H2 not, this is HF2. This is 604.7, X2 HFG2 2132.9. So that's why x2 equal to 720.9 plus 0.9, 2046.15 divided by this is one terms minus this terms 604.7 divided by 2132.9. Correct? Try to understand what I am doing here. 720.9 plus 0.9 into 2046.5. This is minus 604.7 divided by 2132.9. Dryness fractions. This is equal to x2 equal to 0.9180. This is your first answers, means dryness fractions of steam after blow up. Second bit, the mass of steam blown off. So which mass we can calculate? According to the dryness fractions. Oh shit, this is given. So V1 equal to, you can write x1 into, this is V1, capital V1. So this is equal to mass, total mass into Vg1. Here I think we have to multiply it by x1, because dryness fractions is given. This is right. So that's why 0.9, and this is initial. So that's why I will write here, this is M1. M1 Vg1 equal to Vg1, this is 0.024, x1 0.9. So M1 equal to 0.9, 0.9, and this will get cancelled. 1 divided by 0.24. 1 divided by 0.24. This is 4.1667 kg. Similarly, because this is constant volumes, again V equal to M2 into Vc2 into X2, and this is M2 Vc2, means this is the volume of the vapors, final vapor means specific volumes, and this is 0.462 X2 0.9180, and this is 0.9. M2 equal to 0.9, this is 462, this is 0.9180, right? This is 2.122 kg. So this is M2 is the final volumes which are present in the vessels. So what is as mass of the steam blown off? So that's why we can write mass of steam blown off means which is wastage. So whatever may be the initial volumes of the steams minus final volume of the steams means how much is the mass of the steam that you released in the surroundings. So this is initial volumes of steam in vessel minus final this is instead of the volumes mass, because we ask mass. So that's why this is 4.1667 minus 2.122. So approximately 4.1667. This is equal to 2.04 kg is the mass of the steams that is blown up. So today we will stop here, and in the 1 or 2 days we will I will try to conduct one surprise test that is based on the your units that I will message you through HODs on the second year's mechanicals WhatsApp message. So what is the syllabus? Don't worry, I will keep very easy, and that I will try to only give you MCQs, that is only simples MCQ related with our subjects. So within 2 days, be prepared for the surprise test, and we will conduct that is within 1-2 days. Thank you.